Yes, of course, this is the political room. My name is Moses Otieno, and I do hope that you are well, alive, and kicking. Once again, welcome to this show, The Political Room. And in the political room, we're gonna look at what is actually happening in Kenya and around the world. The political room begins right now. What is inside the room? What is inside the room? Okay. This is what Fred Matiang'i is now saying. Jubilee Party is now listening to its supporters and partners who want a strong and united front capable of challenging the ruling coalition. In this view, cooperation and compromise will be essential if the opposition hopes to gain public confidence and present a credible alternative government. The former CS dismissed claims that Jubilee Party is losing relevance, arguing that the party is still or commands grassroots support across the country. So that is Fred Matiang'i. So Matiang'i bows to pressure and reveals why Jubilee will not field a presidential candidate. So that is Fred Matiang'i, the former CS for Interior, talking about opposition being united. So number one, the opposition must be united, the united opposition. So who are this united opposition? United opposition, we have Rigathi Gachagua, we have Kalonzo Musyoka, we have George Natembeya, we have Eugene Wamalwa, we have several figures. We have this guy, this former speaker, Muturi, Justin Muturi, Samuel Mudhoni na kuona sana. So the united opposition. So Matiang'i is saying that Jubilee will not field a presidential candidate in the 2027 presidential elections. That Jubilee will not field a presidential candidate. And in that group, we have Kalonzo Musyoka. Under the united opposition, we have Rigathi Gachagua, we have Eugene Wamalwa, we have Justin Muturi, we have several key politicians. We have Martha Karua. Of course, there are many. And according to Fred Matiang'i, what must happen is unity of purpose and not compromise. Matiang'i is one of the presidential hopefuls. He's one of the presidential hopefuls who are eyeing to. Okay? So that is what is now shocking. So Matiang'i is saying Jubilee will not field a presidential candidate, has got some mixed expectations. One, Matiang'i has been traversing across the country. Two, I don't know why Matiang'i has decided he's not going to, because Matiang'i, there were plans to unveil Matiang'i as the deputy party leader of Jubilee. There were plans. I don't know if Matiang'i is the deputy party leader of Jubilee, but there were plans to elevate Fred Matiang'i as the deputy party leader of Jubilee. And I don't know what Matiang'i has thought to now reveal that Jubilee is not going to field a presidential candidate. Matiang'i has his party. Matiang'i has his own party. Matiang'i was earlier on, I think last year. Yes, Matiang'i is the deputy party leader of Jubilee. Yeah, he's the deputy party leader of Jubilee. And the party leader of Jubilee is Uhuru Kenyatta. And it is just a shocking move that Matiang'i has actually broken or broke up that news that Jubilee is not going to have a presidential candidate. Matiang'i is enjoying a support from his hometown of Kisii, and apart from that, of course, he was a super CS in the government of Uhuru Kenyatta. And that alone was giving Matiang'i a leverage to, project himself as a national leader. As we speak, I think Matiang'i is a national leader. One, Matiang'i has projected himself. One, Matiang'i had just won the by-elections in Kisii, proving how giant he can become if given a chance to lead. Because for you to lead in Kenya, it starts with your tribe. It starts with where you come from. Do you command your home turf? That is where it begins. So Matiang'i, in the last by-elections which were done last year, Matiang'i scooped all the seats which were initially from ODM, majorly. And so, be it as it may, Matiang'i, it is like Matiang'i stepping down, or under the united opposition, there might be some agreement that they have signed. Because remember, Uhuru Kenyatta is fully supporting Matiang'i. Jubilee, Uhuru had even issued some statements to a section of Jubilee officials not to attack the other members of the united opposition. So yes, Matiang'i, the deputy party leader of Jubilee, has now told the nation that Jubilee is not going to field a presidential candidate. Can we also say that Matiang'i has settled on becoming the deputy president of Kalonzo Musyoka? On Sunday, last week, on Sunday, Rigathi Gachagua requested Edwin Sifuna to go and tell Oburu Odinga that he is ready to support, to rally behind Oburu Odinga so that Oburu can become the president of the republic. Rigathi Gachagua went ahead to tell Sifuna that he is ready to work with Dr. Oburu Odinga. And just today, Matiang'i has just opened up and revealed that indeed Jubilee Party, which is leading as the deputy party leader, is not going to field a presidential candidate. Okay? This is what Matiang'i said. We are not ready for 2027. We are not ready for 2027 elections. That is former CS Fred Matiang'i. Former Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i has indicated that the Jubilee Party may not field a presidential candidate in the 2027 general elections. And let me just go ahead by saying, the former CS urged Kenyans to remain patient as the party finalizes its plans ahead of the next electoral cycle. I think Jubilee are planning to settle on another candidate, either Kalonzo Musyoka, or the united opposition might settle on a candidate from ODM. because anything is political in terms of the movements, the words of the political class. Anything can happen. We might wake up and find out that Oburu Odinga has joined Rigathi Gachagua in a coalition pact. That one is very possible to happen. So Matiang'i is stepping down, or Matiang'i declaring that Jubilee will not field a presidential candidate 2027, that is a shocker, and it has got some heavyweight. It has some heavyweight. Oburu Odinga saves Edwin Sifuna from being expelled from the ODM party. This follows a move where Migori Senator Eddie Oketch withdrew the contentious motion that sought the expulsion of Edwin Sifuna from the Orange Democratic Movement. And I think that followed a meeting yesterday, something like that, yesterday, between Oparanya and Oburu Oginga. And by today, Eddie Oketch, the senator from Migori, had already withdrew that motion, that contentious motion, challenging, or rather calling for the removal of Edwin Sifuna as the SG of ODM. Reuben Edwin Sifuna. So as we speak, Sifuna is not going to be kicked out of ODM. And I want you to get this clearly. Sifuna going to Gachagwa's gathering, or rather meeting, was political. Sifuna did not just wake up did not just wake up, then go meet Gachagua at a church function without the approval of Dr. Oburu. So Dr. Oburu Odinga approved. Dr. Oburu Odinga approved Sifuna's meeting with Gachagua in a church or in a funeral. Was it a funeral? It was in a funeral. So Sifuna went, met with Rigathi Gachagua at a funeral, defended Rigathi Gachagua, and then bashed Junet. And tell me that Oburu Odinga did not have the know-how. So Oburu Odinga knew what took Sifuna to central Kenya, what Sifuna talked about. Sifuna was speaking on behalf of ODM party. The words which Sifuna stated in that funeral on Sunday, Sifuna was speaking on behalf of ODM. And even he said, hakuna mtu ambaye anaweza nitoa katika chama cha ODM. Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua, hakuna mtu ambaye anaweza nitoa katika chama cha ODM. Huyo ni Edwin Sifuna. And today, the senator from Migori, Eddie Oketch, has withdrawn that motion, which was seeking to remove Edwin Sifuna as the SG of what? Of ODM. Let me play this sound of Edwin Sifuna. All these wrangles, my take, Edwin Sifuna is speaking on behalf of ODM, and Dr. Oburu Odinga is aware of the movements of Edwin Sifuna. Dr. Oburu Odinga is aware of what is happening within ODM between Edwin Sifuna and Junet, plus a section of party leaders. Because Edwin Sifuna has been attacking Ruto like crazy. Edwin Sifuna has been attacking Ruto left, right, and center. And even his last appearance in public, his last speech on Sunday, Sifuna talked of Raila telling him that Ruto must go home. Okay? And my take is this. Edwin Sifuna is speaking on behalf of ODM. Edwin Sifuna, let me get that sound right of Edwin Sifuna. Edwin Sifuna is speaking on behalf of ODM party. And his words have the blessings of Dr. Oburu Odinga. Edwin Sifuna. Let me play that sound. Edwin Sifuna. Edwin Sifuna. Edwin Sifuna. Let me play that sound now.
Hakuna mtu ambaye ana uwezo ya kunifukuza ndani ya chama cha ODM. Wewe tulia tu. Sisi Waluya tunasema mkienda kuwinda mnyama ambaye amekuwa akikula kondoo, anakula kuku yako, amuendi wote kwa laini moja namna hii. Sijui kama mnanielewa. Mnanielewa? Wewe ingilia hii pande, akifikiria ni wewe, anasikia amepigwa mshale ya kifua. Anasikia mwingine amemshika shingo, mwingine amemshika mguu. Kidogo kidogo fisi wapi? Chini. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka mkae ngangari. Sisi ndani ya ODM tunaamini kile kitu baba alituambia. Hakuna siku baba alituambia tuunge mkono William Ruto 2027. Hakuna. Na kwa sababu watu wamekuwa wakisema ile vitu baba aliwaambia, hii mwaka hata mimi nataka kusema ile vitu baba aliniambia. Baba aliniambia Kasongo 2027 home. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki. Mheshimiwa Gachagua, hakuna mtu ambaye ana uwezo ya kunifukuza ndani ya chama cha ODM.
Mheshimiwa Gachagua. So Gachagua is speaking under the blessings or with the blessings of Dr. Oburu Odinga. Gachagua is speaking with the blessings of Dr. Oburu Odinga. That is number one. Number two, Gachagua is invoking Raila's words that at no time did Raila told ODM members, told them in ODM to support William Ruto for 2027 re-election. That Raila never called for the re-election of William Ruto. That is according to Rigathi Gachagua. Gachagua has also talked about what Raila told him personally. But the bottom line, Gachagua is speaking on behalf of ODM. Sifuna is speaking on behalf of ODM. Now, I want to play a sound of Gachagua. I want to play that sound of Gachagua asking Sifuna to let Oburu join the united opposition. Gachagua on Oburu Odinga. Gachagua on Oburu Odinga. Gachagua on Oburu Odinga. Let's listen in.
Tutakuwa na one candidate wa kupigana na Kasongo. And I want to ask for patience. Msikuwe na haraka. Chaguzi kwa mbali. Mwai Kibaki alitangaza sisi tutakuwa na one candidate wa kupigana na Kasongo. And I want to ask for patience. Msikuwe na haraka. Chaguzi iko mbali. Mwai Kibaki alitangazwa kuwa single presidential candidate on 14th of October 2002. Uchaguzi ukibaki mwezi 2 na siku 13. Tukitangaza kiongozi saa hii atahangaishwa sana na Kasongo. Kati huo hatuwezi sisi hapana wajinga. Kwa hivyo mimi naomba mrelax. Nimeona watu wakinipigia simu, Upinzani imesaparatika. Upinzani imesaparatika namna gani? Upinzani ni nyinyi. Nyinyi mnangoja tu kiongozi. Wacha tuude chama mwaka huu ya 2026. Uchaguzi kibaki pale siku chache, ndio tutatoa mtu mmoja. Na pia tunataka tungoje hii akina Sifuna, si wanakuja? Kwani mnataka tuharakishe? Si tuwangoje wakuje? Tena kuna watu wengine ma PS, ma minister, watu ya Kasongo wananitafuta usiku na kisa wanasema wanaku. So ngojeni, relax. There is no problem at all. All I want to tell you is that there is a commitment. Kutakuwa na candidate mumo, na hapa Mlima tutapiga kura moja. One vote presidential. Last time tumegawa 1.1 kwa Raila, 3.8 kwa Ruto. Hii yetu yote tunapiga kikapu moja. Na kama tutasikizana ni Rigathi Gachagua, mtoto ya Mau Mau, kura yote ya Mlima itaenda kwa nani? Tukisikizana is our cousin Kalonzo Musyoka. Kura yetu yote ya Mlima itaenda wapi? Tukisikizana is our other cousin Fred Matiang'i. Kura yetu yote itaenda wapi? Tukisikizana ni George Natembea. Kura yetu itaenda wapi? Hata hii mzee anaitwa Oburu nimesikia anataka. Si amesema anataka? Sasa bwana Sifuna, apia hiyo mzee akuja ongea na sisi. Tukisikizana ni mzee Oburu, kura yetu yote inaenda wapi? Ile mtu hawezi pata kura yetu hata moja ni Kasongo. Hii kura yetu yote ni ya kufukuza Kasongo. Na mtu asiseme bwana Sifuna ati Rigiji ni mkabila. Ati watu ya Mlima ni wakabila. Nimeona wakikutusi hapo kwa mtandao ati umeenda kwa wakabila. Huyu William Ruto tukimchagua alikuwa Mkikuyu? Alikuwa Mumeru? Alikuwa Muembu? Yeye ni nini? Si ni Kalenjin? Si alikuwa ametuhangaisha 207? Si alikuwa ameua watoto Kiambaa na tukamsamehe? Kama tulichagua mtu aliua watoto wetu na tukamsamehe, na wewe Sifuna hujaua mtu, tunaweza pea wewe? Why not? So mimi nataka niambie William Ruto, please don't call us tribalists because tumekukataa. Siku tulikupenda, tukikupatia kura ulikuwa unasema sisi ni wangwana. Saa ile umetusaliti, umetugeuka unasema sisi ni wakabila. Sisi vile tulipea wewe, tunaweza pea Kalonzo.
Did Rigathi Gachagua just endorse Oburu? On Sunday, Rigathi Gachagua endorsed Dr. Oburu Odinga. And I think Rigathi Gachagua has now started making smart political moves. Is now eyeing Dr. Oburu Odinga. And I think that is why you saw Dr. Oburu Odinga going, I think it was on Ramogi TV, where he said is going to vie for presidency. So talks are ongoing. And that is why I'm saying Sifuna. That is why I'm saying Sifuna is speaking on behalf of ODM party. Sifuna is speaking on behalf of ODM party. And whatever Sifuna is saying, whatever Edwin Sifuna is saying, has the blessings of Dr. Oburu Odinga, the new ODM leader. That's what is happening. That's what is happening. So right now, sooner or later, or as we approach this year 2026, we might get into a shock as Dr. Oburu Odinga sign a truce with Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Fred Matiang'i, Uhuru Kenyatta to form another new coalition to face Ruto. in another story, let's focus on another story. In another story, let me look at another story globally. Let me look at another story internationally, if there is any. Another story internationally. Let me look at another story that is internationally. Well, let me look at other stories that are now taking in another story. Okay. We are heading to Russia. So Russian general accuses Washington of having bought Caracas. All right, that is happening in the Russia. That is Russia saying Russia have been against the U.S. move to capture Maduro. Without this internal sabotage, he claims American special forces would never have been able to set foot there. Okay. According to a Russian general, high-ranking, whose identity I cannot reveal by now, said this, a corruption and betrayal on a large scale within the Venezuelan apparatus itself, which would have made it possible to discreetly deactivate the powerful Russian anti-aircraft systems deployed in the country. Without this internal sabotage, American special forces would never have been able to set foot in Venezuela. So there was an internal sabotage within the Venezuela security apparatus. So it seems like America had some negotiations with the Venezuelan intelligence to have Maduro, Nicolas captured, because there was no way they would have captured the president of a country. You can't do it that easily. So they did away with the internal organizers or the intelligence. So America did not just capture Maduro easily. They used the intelligence, the Venezuelan intelligence, to capture the president. There was no way they could do it. So according to a Russian general, there was no way America could have captured Maduro just like that. Okay? We're gonna go to list of 5 countries Donald Trump could target next after Venezuela takeover. Of course, we have Iran, we have Greenland, we have Cuba, we have Colombia, and we have Mexico. So America first strategy could spark so many conflicts globally. So these are countries that America is eyeing to capture next. Countries that Donald Trump is eyeing to capture. About 5 countries. One is Greenland. Second is Cuba. Third is Iran. Fourth is Colombia. And fifth is Mexico. Mexico's role in drug trafficking and immigration continue to frustrate Trump. So this is what Trump said about Mexico. You have to do something with Mexico. Mexico has to get their act together and improve efforts to combating drug trafficking that is there. So Donald Trump is now fighting drug trafficking in Latin America. Donald Trump is fighting drug trafficking in Latin America. I don't know if Donald Trump will succeed. It's a matter of wait and see. Will Donald Trump succeed? It is a matter of wait and see. Kim Jong-un was against that action by Donald Trump to capture Maduro. Putin the same, among other world leaders. Museveni from Uganda is also among the leaders who are against the capture. So as we speak, Trump is eyeing to capture how many countries? 5 countries. We have Mexico, we have Cuba, we have Greenland, we have which country is this? Let me just confirm. Okay, so that's what is now happening across the world. Across the world. Let me look at another thing that is happening. The 92-year-old judge overseeing Maduro case is old and doesn't, okay, is a very bad word there, I can't read it. So the criminal case against Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is set to come before a veteran U.S. federal judge known for his independence and unconventional courtroom style. U.S. District Judge Alvin Edelstein, 92 years, a Bill Clinton-era appointee based in Manhattan, oversaw Maduro's arraignment on Monday and is expected to preside over any trial of the ousted leader. Okay? He is old and old school and does things in his own way. So, U.S. District Judge Alvin Edelstein, who is 92 years old, is going to oversee Maduro's arraignment. That is what is also trending. And I think justice must be served. Above all, justice must be served for Maduro. And due diligence. All we need is due diligence. Due diligence. The law must be followed to the letter. Okay. By the way, why have the USA, why have the government of USA led by Donald Trump holding the wife of Maduro? What secrets does the wife have? What secrets does Maduro's wife, Nicolas Maduro's wife, the Venezuelan president, have in terms of the arrest of her husband, Nicolas Maduro. The wife might be having some secrets because she's arrested alongside her husband. So the wife of Nicolas Maduro has also been arrested. They were captured together. But why couldn't they leave her out of the mess that maybe her husband had caused? I think probably because she has some evidence. She has some evidence, or she's part of the deal of drug trafficking. Of course, that's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay. So I'm still going international. Julius, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, tuning in. I'm streaming live from Kenya, Homa Bay County, and I'm just very happy with you people here. Your overwhelming support. Thank you so much for supporting me all this long. Thank you so much for your continued support. It is because of you that this channel has managed to reach where it is. Without your support, I doubt whether this channel would be where it is. We will come back, says Donald Trump, after removing National Guard troops from Chicago, Los Angeles, and Portland. Okay. Okay. So our brothers and sisters who are in Venezuela, America, Cuba, Mexico, we are deeply saddened by whatever we are seeing happening. But we hope justice is served for both parties. Okay, let me look at what's happening in politics. Sorry. Okay. Let me see this. Sossion clarifies how Ruto's government plans to make Kenya a first world country by the year 2055. Sossion clarifies Ruto's plans and how William Ruto can make or will make Kenya to be like Singapore in 2055. This is what Sossion had to post, or this is what Sossion said in his social media platform. When we talk about Kenya being in the first world by 2055, what it means is that everybody must be taken out of poverty. That is according to Wilson Sossion. That when we talk about Kenya being in the first world by 2055, What it means is that everybody must be taken out of poverty. That is according to Sosion, former NAT chairperson. And of course, we have the story of we have this story also. ODM legislature, Robert Alai asks Winnie Odinga to leave ODM if unhappy with Oburu's leadership. Robert Alai is now becoming too much. From Babu Owino, from Sifuna to Winnie Odinga. And it can be a shocker. You know, the idea of sending people out of a party normally comes with a lot of consequences. I think if Raila Odinga would have been alive, even if Sifuna was to be sent out of ODM or Babu Owino or whoever, ODM would still be stronger because Raila, of course, Raila was an enigma. Raila was a political enigma in Kenya. Nobody would match his politics. Nobody would match Raila's politics. But now ODM needs each and every member. And so, who do you think Robert Alai is attacking? Because Robert Alai is not attacking Winnie Odinga. Robert Alai is attacking Ida Odinga. According to me, Robert Alai is attacking who? Ida Odinga. Robert Alai is attacking Ida Odinga. And is attacking Ida Odinga through Winnie Odinga. Let me play the sound of Robert Alai attacking, among people he attacks, attacking Babu Owino. Robert Alai on 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 Babu Owino. And this is what he had to say. This is what Robert Alai said about Babu Owino. And also what she has said about Winnie Odinga. So let me play first what he said about Babu Owino. Let's listen in.
Haukutoa bunduki.
Sikutoa bunduki.
Leo tumeona CCTV bwana.
Mimi sijaona CCTV, mmeona, lakini sikutoa bunduki.
Na but siko katika mtandao na wewe uko mtandaoni.
Unajua kama
umeona umetoka pale kabisa kwa kiti chako, umenyanyuka kwenye kiti.
Alafu
ukiwa umeshikilia bunduki mkono wa kulia kama sijakosea, umeshikilia chini pale na ukamsukuma mheshimiwa Babu Owino.
Yes, unajua sasa sikuwa nimetoa bunduki kwa sababu ya Babu Owino. Ilikuwa inaanguka. Na umeona kweli version nilisema
mheshimiwa Robert Alai bwana, hapana bwana.
Ilikuwa inaanguka. Unajua unaona kweli sikuwa nimevaa jacket. Nilikuwa nimevaa shati.
Yes, ya blue.
Na hiyo bunduki ni nzito. Sio bunduki like si ya wanawake.
Yes.
Sasa unajua si ya blue, hata sikuwa nimevaa shati ya blue, kwa
yes.
ya green.
Ya green
ya green. Sasa unajua watu wanachukulia ni kama nilikuwa nimethreaten Babu Owino. Lakini unajua bunduki huwezi kutoa kustua mtu. Bunduki inatolewanga kutumika. Hauwezi kutoa bunduki kustua mtu.
All right.
The Firearms Act is very clear. You can't
so bona haukuregesha kama ilikuwa inaanguka.
Unajua kama bado kama watu wako nyuma yako alafu na uko kwa ile hali ya unajua hujui kwamba huyu jamaa alikuwa amejihami aje. Unajua kwamba huwezi kuirudisha tu, hujui nani yako nyuma yako. Pia ni
That is Robert Alai. Let me also play, because Alai has been attacking ODM members, ODM leaders for that matter. He has been attacking fellow leaders within ODM. Let me play another clip of Alai on Edwin Sifuna. Robert Alai on Edwin Sifuna. Robert Alai on Edwin Sifuna. On Edwin Sifuna.
Sifuna ni nyarani wale Kongi Sifuna kamba
On Edwin Sifuna, Robert Alai on Edwin Sifuna. Just a minute. This is Alai talking.
Sifuna ni nyarani wale Kongi Sifuna kamba ni Sifuna se wasera. Nyarani wale kada lupa monge. Sifuna ni employee marka mimoro mar billboards. Tone no one of the worst performance. Koro Sifuna taita. Sifuna of experience. Apart from the lot more people are demanding Ruto. Alpo kana na Sifuna tiba ose no be. Poka neno. You see, Takoma Nesifuna Yamo Mido Mone Crystal Sigeti, Maneta, or nominate Modondo of the Senator. Eh? Who was an ego and a low treatment, the Army keepers are normally Nesifuna Tema Bang, another mayor, or Narone Manego. Mana in Yakoma Chair. Sifuna called UDM, the Lord Gods, or Wogi, or Wogi Tamawani. Tamawani is not desperate for leadership as Sifuna. Sifuna repoko bedogi mvano moro molido machama maka oonge toko biyola. ODM within its ranks, ODM nigi leaders manyalo kaul, manyalo lead chama ni maber molo Sifuna. Koro kik Sifuna parni kunyalo di wuoyo, kunyalo kao nyako moro matany, madhi pension matany, maok hold it to account. Okay, to be TV sate ni mano egi kuma nyalo miyo koro wakawe serious ni en makoro neno oyawo wang'wa ni gik wadhi timore machiegni. Sifuna waneno molo ng'ato ang'ata. Aparo ni dobet fu maduong' ahinya kwa law gik madhi ma Sifuna wacho gi mondo dhi mbele. Sifuna kaka owuok e chama wuok piyo.
So that's Robert Alai. He has been attacking almost all the ODM leaders who are not concurring or in agreement with what is in the broad-based arrangement. In fact, leaders who are not happy with the broad-based arrangement. Robert Alai has been working day and night to make sure that it trashes these leaders all over. Let me play another one again.
Ama Babu Owino pia akisema kwamba hakubaliani na broad based government. Mbona mnakuwa na issue? Unajua hayati mwenyewe kuwa na issue.
Unajua shida yangu na Sifuna na kwamba anaweza kukosoa mtu yeyote hapa duniani.
Ndio.
Lakini primary role yake, kazi yake ya kwanza ni kukosoa uongozi wa Nairobi. Hakuna siku utawahi kukosoa Sakaja. Ni kama Sakaja ni malaika. Sasa tunasema kwamba hii kukosoa kwa William Ruto ni kweli ama wewe pia uko na kiini macho hapa. Unajua unaleta zako. Sasa hapa tunasema kwamba wewe kama huwezi kukosoa mwenzako Sakaja, Johnson Arthur, mwenye ni gavana wangu. Na sisi tunajaribu hapa tumkosoe. Tukijaribu tukiendelea mbele kumkosoa anatuandikia barua. Kwamba sio kazi yenu kukosoa. Yeye nikikaa tulikaribishwa kwa ile park ya Senate. Aliandikia speaker anifukuze. Nikafukuzwa kwa park ya Assembly.
Sifuna.
Hataki kwa sababu kwa hii biashara ya bill.
that is happening. That is Robert Alai. I was playing the clips of the sound clips of Robert Alai, who is the Kieleshwa member of county assembly, member of county assembly for Kileleshwa, Robert Alai, who has been attacking leaders who are not in, who are opposed to the broad-based arrangement of governance. Broad-based arrangement of governance is this is a government of between ODM and William Ruto. It is an arrangement between the president and the ODM party, which was led by Raila Amolo Odinga. All right? That's what is happening in the corridors of power. Power is not easy. Power is not that very easy. Power is very difficult, very difficult, very difficult. So that's it. And I think the ODM party must find a common ground, like I said in the morning, to bring all leaders on board. Because there are plans of the united opposition calling ODM to work together with them. And that is why you even saw, and the fact that Sifuna is being told to quit ODM, the party leader has kept silent and cool. It is because Sifuna works for Oburu. Sifuna speaks and is the spokesperson of the party. Sifuna speaks on behalf of the party leader. He speaks on behalf of the party leader. He speaks on behalf of NGC. He speaks on behalf of NDC. And that is Edwin Sifuna for you. All right. Let me check another story here. Let me check another story here. Let me check another story here to find out what Sifuna, what Sifuna is saying is right. Okay, did Raila Odinga publicly stated that ODM is in broad-based in government? Did Raila Odinga admit that ODM was in government? Let's check that. Let's check that. On broad-based government. Yes. Did Raila Odinga actually say that I'm just about to get it. That sound of Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga. Yes. Let me play that sound.
Signed, and we must remain as ODM. And we signed and agreed that we'll work together up to 2027. You have not passed any resolution as a party to say how we are going to go into the election of 2027. So wherever you are, don't commit the party to some things which have not been discussed. Let those things be discussed first. We are ODM. Who's told you that ODM will not have a candidate in 2027? Who has told you? So first, think as ODM. We have a clear plan that we have negotiated and we've agreed on, and let us continue to implement that plan. Other decisions we'll take when the time comes. Look at what we have signed, and we will.
So, in short, if you study the pattern in ODM, there are those who are defending broad-based government. There are those who are defending or leading one-term chants, and I think that is what is happening. And the party, of course, the party leader is the guarantor of all these voices. And so, allow me to say this. Edwin Sifuna is working for Oburu Odinga. Edwin Sifuna is working for Oburu Odinga. And as we speak, it is like Sifuna is leading some coalition talks with Gachagua and Oburu Odinga. You will be shocked that Oburu Odinga has joined the United Opposition and has agreed or has been told or be guaranteed to be the flag bearer of the United Opposition. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I've told you, don't be surprised. Oburu Odinga might also join the United Opposition if all these statements are here to go by. Last but not least, I just wanna say this. Just let's visit see one story, then we call it a day. Just visiting one story, then we shall call it a day. 6,000 families now have appealed to Ruto over unpaid 6 billion shillings compensation after over 18 years of neglect. 6,000 families appeal or have appealed to President William Ruto over unpaid 6 billion shillings compensation. So over 6,000 families affected by Kenya's post-election violence of 2007 to 2008 have appealed to President William Ruto to intervene in the long delayed compensation process nearly 2 decades after the tragic events where over 1,000 Kenyans were displaced because of politics. Organized under the IDP Supportive Initiative, the families are seeking to have access to 6 billion shillings set aside for victims of the violence that erupted after the disputed presidential election results between then President Mwai Kibaki and his opponent Raila Odinga. The unrest, which triggered widespread allegations of electoral fraud, led to ethnic clashes across the country where over 1,000 Kenyans died in that particular scenario. So this is really alarming. Now they are requesting Ruto to compensate them. Very tough indeed. They are requesting William Ruto to compensate them. Tough times ahead. Tough times ahead. Guys, without much ado, I think it's time I think it's time. My name is Moses Otieno. This is the political room where we discuss and leave nothing unturned. We turn every table of political analysis. So William Ruto ensured that the victims of the post-election violence of 2007 are paid. I think tomorrow is another day. It was a great pleasure serving you, talking to you, and making sure that we achieve all that we want as a people. Guys, I am happy, full of words, full of courage, full of happiness, having been with you all that while, and that is what is now happening in the political room. This is the political room. Remember, tomorrow we shall also embark on other issues that are emerging within the country. My name is Moses Otieno, streaming live from Homa Bay County, Kenya. In case, because I saw some people asking, where do you come from? I come from Kenya, Homa Bay County. That is where this live is all the way. That is where this live is all the way. Otherwise, guys, I'm very humbled before you, because without you, this channel cannot be where it is. It's time, and thank you so much for the follow, for the subscription. Thank you so much for having stood on your ground to watch this live from wherever you are. I think it's a good moment. Let me make quick shouts to those who have joined and read some of the comments. Okay, we have AK Julius, thank you so much. Top fans, we have AK Julius, we have Samuel, we have GZA, and many others who have now turned up to watch this particular live. Guys, it was a pleasure. It was a nice moment to have you. Until next time, probably tomorrow, my name is Moses Otieno. Goodbye for now. Bye, Kenyans. Bye, citizens of the world. And by the way, this live is being watched live all the way from America, all the way from Mexico, all the way from Canada, India, where? Uganda, all parts of the world. I want to thank you. I want to believe that with hope, everything is possible. So I'm leaving you with this word of encouragement. Don't leave until it is done. Once you are on something, don't leave until it is done. So whatever you are doing outside there, ensure that you do what you intend to do until it is done. Sasa usianze kufanya kitu alafu ukaacha. Make sure that anything that you are trying to do it until it is done. My name is Moses Otieno. Until next time, goodbye for now.